Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How you guys doing today? Hopefully, as always, you had a fabulous day. For those of you new to my channel, I say welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, I am saying welcome back to you guys. Welcome back, So today I decided I wanted to give you guys a lovely little career reading. Okay? And I may do a love reading later or just whatever wants to come through that type of situation. We'll see. But for right now, we're thinking career. We're thinking, our future plans. So I drew some cards for you guys. And I think we are just going to go ahead, if it's okay with you guys, we are just going to dive right in and see what kind of messages we got going on here. And I'm loving the overall energy of you guys reading. I love it. But let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go down. I've decided we're going to go down instead of, across. So your first card you guys have, and this is from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards. They deal with career. And the first card that you guys have here, I'm trying to keep the ring light off. I'm sorry if you see that. It's annoying. Let's see. So the first card you guys have is, I'm trying to find the best angle for this, is to pay attention to your dreams. I love this. So, it says that you are receiving divine guidance while you sleep. And I was debating whether or not I wanted to read it to you. I'm going to go ahead because I like this. You guys are receiving divine guidance while you sleep. Even if you don't remember your dream, the answers are in your subconscious mind, where they appear in order to help you. And I 1000% agree with that message. Sometimes, we'll go ahead and leave that up there like that. Sometimes the best answers to our problems come in our sleep. And I know it's not about me or anything, but I just wanted to give you that quick example that, I have posed questions to spirit, and then sometimes as I go to sleep, the messages will come to me in my dream state. Sometimes you may have a family who come to you in your dream state to provide any kind of assistance, an answer to a question. So yeah, spirit wants you guys to know at this time, pay attention to your dreams, okay? If some of you guys are out there and you're saying, man, what is the next step? Like, I got this far, but what do I do next? Pose that question to the universe and then let them bring you the answers, okay? Your second card here, and I love it. Okay, you've got birch brilliance, plant seeds to succeed. Okay, take the steps to turn your good ideas into cash. So what I am seeing and focusing more on is the big messages. Okay, number one, pay attention to your dreams. Number two, plant seeds to succeed. All right. Let me go ahead and give you the third one before I go into that any further. Your third card, you got wandering. Taking a side path can lead to amazing places. And I love that message. I agree with this one 1000%. Spirit is telling you guys, it is time. A lot of you guys are going to be taking the road less traveled. And I love that. I love that. I think the best thing I could have did for myself was to make that conscious decision to take the road less traveled, and those of you who are starting your spiritual path, okay, you are quite literally, if you are deciding to take the spiritual path rather than a more traditional path, then you too have agreed subconsciously to take the road less traveled. Okay. And because you have done that, Spirit is also giving you guys that message that, listen, because you're taking a road less traveled, you've got ideas. You're not like everybody else, okay? You've got ideas that are inside you, and when I say not like everybody else, I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm not saying that you're better than anyone else, because I know somebody's going to try to spin it that way. When I say you're not like everybody else, is that you're some people just you move to the beat of a different drum. You carry a different vibe. You carry a different energy. Okay, you're not okay with being in the matrix. Bottom line, you're just not okay with living life in the matrix, the tried and true, following along, okay? And Spirit says that it is because you are that one who is you're how do I say that? You are, how am I going to tell you guys that? I'm debating on whether or not I should pause and then keep going. But it's like you just carry a different vibe and a different energy, and you want more. That's what I mean. Like, you want more. You're not someone who is just okay with the status quo, with just living, like I said, pretty much just in that whole matrix. Something about you has made a conscious decision. So, you know what? I want to go a different route. Everything in me is pulling me in a different direction. And Spirit is like, go with that. Go with that. Okay? We are quite literally, they are giving you, when you go to sleep, you are receiving. If you're someone and you're feeling like, man, I'm feeling a pull, I'm feeling a tug, to go in a different direction. This is the universe. If that's you, you feel it. It's a pull, it's a tug, it's come this way. Take the road less traveled. Okay, you are going to start making that conscious decision to connect with the universe on a different level. Okay, and because they're going to connect with you in a different way. Okay, we're going to bring you messages and answers in your dreams. Get comfortable with talking. Get very comfortable with talking to the other side. Okay, they are quite literally there for your assistance. Okay, I tell you guys all the time, we didn't come in to life by ourselves. You got a whole team of angels and guides who are ready to help you to take your energy, your vibe, your soul, your purpose to that next level. Okay, and they are going to be giving you messages, and I feel like that would plant the seeds. They're going to be giving you advice, little nuggets of wisdom, seeds of wisdom, and you are to plant those seeds and let it take root. But let it take root in your spirit. Let it take root in your soul. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. And because you are taking that road less traveled, like it said, taking that side path can take you to amazing places. And you guys are about to, because you are making that conscious decision to take the road less traveled, you are about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. That spiritual adventure of a lifetime. You're going to love it, love it, love it. You're going to be having conversations, and they're going to be conversating with you through dreams, through synchronistic events, angel numbers, the whole nine, leaving little we'll go into it. Let me, because I will literally stay here, but let me go ahead and give it to you guys. But you get the gist of it. So the first one is your angels and guides are saying you're taking that road less traveled, and pay attention to your dreams. Get comfortable with talking to us because we're ready to answer you. They will absolutely answer you. Okay. And it seems like they're going to be coming to you in the dream state. And it's okay. Like they said, it's okay if you don't remember it when you wake up. They have planted the seed. They will plant the seed, and when it is time for you to use it, it'll just present itself automatically. Okay. So your next card, you have got a vision board. Whoa, I'm sorry. Could I have gotten that any closer? I am really, really, really trying to keep that off. But you've got vision board. Okay. Create a board with images and words that will inspire you. Second card. You've got the olive peace tree. The first one you had birch brilliance, and this one you've got the olive peace tree. Okay. Work collaboration. Work as a team with colleagues and clients. Okay. And the card that goes with that, you've got in your eyes. Tap into your youthful perspective and see anew. I love that. When I think in your eyes, there was a song by Peter Gabriel, old 80s song called In Your Eyes. But what I am more focused on is when it says tap into that, into your youthful perspective and see anew. Okay. Now with vision board here and work collaboration, there's something you guys want to do. Okay. And it helps for, I guess Spirit wants you to know that in your case, it's going to help you to stay focused on whatever your vision is, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is. Okay. And for everybody, that's going to be different. Okay. So they just want you to kind of, create something. You're either about to be given an idea, or you will actually get, or you have, you have an idea already. There's something that I've been thinking about. It's something I've been wanting to do. And Chiquita, quite literally, I have been dreaming about it, Okay, so Spirit says, okay, great, create a vision board. That way you won't lose focus, because it's very easy to do in life. We've got work, and we've got other things that, life's, right? Life is always lifing. So we've got all these other things to do. But it helps if you kind of take a minute and create a vision board. Then, like, say at the end of the day, just before you go to sleep, you can put it over there, mount it in a space in the room like that. You could just turn your head over and see the vision before you go to sleep, because what you think about, you bring about. And you can get through the day, and you could do all these things, and come home, and then before you put head to pillow, just kind of look over and oh yeah, that's right, let me not lose focus. That is something I want to do, and I think that's something that's doable. And if Spirit put it in you, then it absolutely is doable. Okay. And you may, for some of you, what you're wanting to do is going to require you to work with others, and then if that's the case, like they said, with work collaboration, certainly be open to whomever Spirit sends your way. Okay, because for some of you, like I said, you've got your little vision board, and you're looking and you're like, oh my God, I want to do that. But it may be something that you can't do alone. Okay, so just kind of envision, include others, just put pictures of other people, friendly faces, smiling faces, and saying, yep, that's what I need. I want some people who have my vibe, who have my energy, who can come in and help me make this make this happen, whatever it is happen. And I love, love, love seeing in your eyes and tapping into that youthful perspective. When I saw that, I envisioned, because, we are, it, I don't know how to say. Sometimes I really have to watch what I say, you guys, because I will say something and it sounds okay to me, but everybody always wants to take it as me being negative, or I'm trying to be mean, or whatever. But it's like, in this world, everybody is always so serious. And I've noticed that, when I was, and I'll just kind of say this real quick. And I know, again, it's not about me, but I'm just kind of throwing this out there real quick. When I was coming up, it was okay to laugh and joke and have fun and cut up, and you know what I mean, with your friends. But the vibe and the energy that I see today is considerably different. It's more quote unquote cool to be cold, and no smiling, just more serious. Everybody's, I think it's like everybody who's young is trying so hard to look old, to act hard and to act, cold. I almost want to say cold. It's like nobody, wants to have any fun or cut up or ha ha ha, and you're so this. So I see that, and I say that, spirit is like telling you guys, you know what? Your inner child is saying to you, you know what? You've been serious long enough. Like, let me take the wheel for a minute, Your inner child knows where you need to go, all right? And they're saying, okay, number one, I need you to lighten up, all right? We're getting ready I'm going to take control for a wheel. I'm going to take the wheel for a minute, and I'm going to get you where you need to be, and we're going to have more fun, and we're going to be more lighthearted, and we're going to enjoy ourselves, you know what I mean? So, yeah, spirit is like, you've got this vision overall. It's like, we're going to give you something. If they haven't given it to you already, you've got something, and we're going to talk to you. We're going to give you messages, and you're going to plant them. We're going to plant them in you, and when the time comes, they will be, they will become. See yourself succeeding. Create that board, because life's, and sometimes it helps to kind of have something to look at, so you don't lose focus of what it is what you want to do, right? And just, with in your eyes there, let your inner child have some fun, You don't have to, with this card, it says you don't have to be so serious. Come on, lighten up, have some fun, joke around. Like, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to, cut up a little bit, Spirit is like, lighten up, let's go. Your inner child is like, let's have some fun. We've been, when you have to work and take care of things, you tend to get more serious minded, and they're like, no, your inner child, they're like, wants to have a little fun. Maybe you've been so serious for most of your life that your inner child is like, I want to have a little fun. I want to cut up a little bit, let's do that, So that's that. And I love this row as well. The first card here, you've got the card of retreat. To block distractions, spend quiet time alone so that you focus on your priorities. Okay, so you guys are going to be retreating from the world for a minute to work on whatever it is your dreams, your goals are. Cedar access, you've got unlock your expertise. I love that. All right. And let's see. And the third card, refresh. Oh, pretty. This is take time out to recharge and renew. And I love it when a row, just reinforces a message. Okay. And the overall theme in this row is that you are going to need to take a step back. So if you're someone who is always on the go and on the run and you're always out and about, if you've got a dream and a goal, and clearly you do, because they're like, you've got an idea, we've given you an idea, create a vision board so you don't lose focus of that, because maybe you go out so much and you have so much fun that you are forgetting. We've given spirit and your guides, your angels, like, oh my God, collective, we gave you this great idea, like we need you to go with that. Spend a little time in, okay, retreat. The world is, well, it says distraction. I don't know. For some of you, maybe you do, maybe you are. If you've got kids and you've got a spouse or boyfriend or something, and they're wanting you to come out and hang out, or let's spend some time together. We don't spend enough time together between work and work and things. We'll just say that. We don't get to spend enough time together. Let's go out. Let's go to the movies. Or your friends. Hey, you work so much. Let's go kick it. Let's go here. Let's go there. And the universe is like, nope, we need you to dial it back. They want you to come in, have a seat. We've got a beautiful idea. Everything in you is changing. You got something. You are being pulled in a specific direction. You are being given a goal. You're being given a dream, something. Okay, and they want you to kind of come in and have a seat. Like really think about that. What we're giving you is great. It's fantastic. It may quite literally be your purpose or one of your soul missions or soul purpose. You know what I mean? So, pay attention. If they say, hey, we need you to have a seat, we need you, we've given you an idea and we want you to kind of take it a little more serious. We're inviting you to create a vision board so you don't lose focus of this wonderful idea that we've given you. Unlock your expertise. There's, let me see. I will say this, and I thought about that when I pulled the card. With unlock your expertise, I have said this a long time ago, and it is definitely worth repeating. You guys, when you come to this, some of you have lived multiple, I was going to say when you come to this planet, but when you come down to our beautiful school, you have been here other lifetimes. Okay, and if they're saying to unlock your expertise, you have got things in you that you are not utilizing. Okay, and they are wanting you to tap into that. Okay, you have done other things in other lifetimes, and those things have probably made you money. You're a great writer, you're a great dancer, you're a great singer. In another lifetime, you depending on how far back your lifetimes went, you could have did woodwork back in the day. Maybe you were Amish, and you were Ezekiel, and you can put some things together like nobody's business. Maybe in the 50s, your thing was cars, and you like to tinker, with cars, and even though obviously things are different, cars are more technical now than they were back in the day. It requires a little less hands-on work as far as like they did back in the day, and more computerized, but whatever it is, you got it. I'm just using that as an example. There was something that you have done in other lifetimes that they are saying we need you to tap into that, okay? Because you can use some of your skills in this lifetime. Let's say you're great with your words. You were a teacher. You were, something, a reader, a writer, something in another lifetime, and that's whatever that talent and skill was, you can bring it and use it in this lifetime. Okay, but seeing retreat and then refresh, taking some time out to recharge, there's also that as well, that maybe you are on the go a little too much. Okay, aside from the fact that they need you to come in and you got some stuff that they're trying to give you and you got to get that together, they're saying, you know what, that and the fact that you know, you you go so much, and it would benefit you to kind of come in and relax, listen to some. I have this thing on here. I was listening to some meditation music earlier. Maybe it would benefit you to take some time out and to relax and to meditate and to connect with spirit and see, tap in. They've got something for you. Tap into to connect with them and see where it is they're wanting you to go. See where you're being led, where you're being pulled. What ideas are you receiving as you do what you do, And your last row, because I know it's getting late, 25 minutes. Sorry, let me get going. Okay, so you've got journaling. I love it. I literally just said that. Some of you guys are a writer. Okay. You got journaling and you have a fig abundance. Try many skills and roles. What I say. Writing. Maybe some of you guys have a book in you, And then, but it says you've got many skills, and of course, because you've had many lifetimes, and you've got many talents and gifts, and at this time, this is that time when you could get with spirit and say, you know what, I don't remember. I don't remember what it is. You guys did a really good job of clearing out my mind and sending me down anew. But can you help me kind of remember some of the things? Like, show me. If you can't tell me, kind of guide me to it. Show me where my skills and my talents lie, and let them do it. Allow them to do it. And then the last one, you've got beacon here. Follow your intuition and look for signs to guide you. You guys are being guided at this time. You're being directed. All right. The universe wants to show you something, work with you on something. Okay. Taking that road less traveled. They're like, oh, we thought you'd never leave. We thought you'd never get out of the matrix. Now that you are and you're ready, let's go. Let's go. And get excited. Okay, what's up? What y'all want me to do? Where you want me to go? Like, what's up? And then let them show you in your dreams. Let them plant these seeds in you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, you've got wisdom. Find the sparkling nuggets of truth to hold on to. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nuggets of truth. You guys got some things in you. Okay. Just ask them to show you. Can you guys reveal something to me? I'm here. You obviously, I'm here for a reason. Okay. Can you guys kind of show me? Sometimes they may not be able to show you exactly. And when I give that example, I mean like a young lady, if she gives birth to a child and she's like, oh my God, why? I didn't want any, this was not a part of my plan, but it's a part of Spirit's plan. All right. And they can't tell you, they couldn't tell you. It just had to happen. And now that you've got this child, the plan is we need you to raise this child to the best of your abilities. We'll be here the whole way working with you. Okay. And then that's one of your missions. And, later on in life, you will be given an opportunity to do something else. That may be whereas we needed you to care for this soul, and that soul is now going to go on and do something important. And when that happens, okay, now we want to give you something that's for you. It's a form of reward. You know what I mean? Good job. You did what we asked you to do. You raised that child. Now, let us reward you. This is something that will be just for you, and then just let it happen, But anyway, and then with the other card here, you had pine resilience, touch the sky, stand tall against adversity, and focus on the finish line. So yeah, like I said, life be lifing. And the universe is like, so you know what? Stand up. You got this. I know it's hard. Those of you, I'll use that young mother as an example. It's hard. Hard mother. Well, I don't want to say that. Let's just say this. Motherhood is a very difficult job. Okay, because your job is to raise this soul. Your job is to impart certain things that this child is going to need when they go out into the world. Well, we could go into it, but you get the idea. I'm not going to go totally into it because this thing will turn into an hour. but you get the idea. It's like, you face a lot of adversity. I think about every time I think about a mother having to do the hard job. I think about Shaq's mom. And I remember seeing him on Oprah one time, and he was talking about how hard it was. He saw his mom struggle, and it was all she could do to keep him in clothes, because no sooner than she would get him some clothes and he would grow up out of that, and then his feet was getting bigger, and it was impossible, and she still had other children that she had to take care of. Now you can only imagine how hard it was to keep Shaq in shoes and clothes and fed and on course to do the things that he was supposed to do. Dennis Rodman's mother struggled. Oh, she struggled real hard, but had she not struggled, I won't say had she not struggled, but everything, sometimes things work out. If you're that mom and your job is to raise this child, and it was hard as hell. Oh my God, it was hard. Maybe you had to do it by yourself. Dude skipped out, and God said that's okay. Your guides and your angels said that's okay. We're going to keep you strong. We're going to keep you focused. We're going to keep you centered. We're going to keep you dedicated. Okay? And your hard work, your dedication, your love for your child is going to watch all of that happen, and then one day they're going to have the opportunity to pay you back for all the hard work. So try not to let it get to you. Okay, that's what they mean. Stand tall against adversity. Pray. Trust. You guys, you talk to your guides, your angels. This is harder than I thought it was going to be, Father. There are days where you probably want to come home and just cry and say, why? And they say, you know what? Just trust. A lot of those ball players, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Shaq, and all of those others, baseball players, Yadier Molina, and all of those ball players who grew up in the Dominican Republic and saw their moms struggle to take care of them. And then, whoops, here we go. It's time for the reward. We are going to turn, because you did such a great job with your son or daughter, they're not going to turn around and be able to bless you. Let's get you a nice home. Let's make sure you never have to struggle like that again. So it all works out. Okay? Just trust that. Just trust it and keep going. Okay? For those of you who have to deal with that, when I see that, touch the sky. Stand tall against adversity. You got this. Okay? Stay focused on the finish line, the bottom line, which is raising a healthy human soul. And then let that one, because they've watched you, over the years, let them turn around and reward you. The universe will reward you, And then I love it. This card was the last one, and we're going to get out of here. I'm a little behind. I'm sorry, 32 minutes. It says, open your heart to love. And I love the message with that. The more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater the life force energy. Okay? So, you're going to get the opportunity to do what you love. And the more, like they said, the more of your heart, the more of your positive intentions that you pour into what you're doing, the greater the chances are for success. So, is there anything else I want to tell you guys? Yep, I did that one. The nuggets of truth are going to be coming in. So this is your reading. You are taking a road less traveled. You're about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. You are going to marvel in the ways that the universe works. Okay, and the more you work with them, the more you have conversations, the more you follow their messages, angel number, as synchronicity. The more something happens, you go, whoa, that's heavy. Like, I would have never in a million years thought that would happen. Journaling, like for some of you guys, writing can be in your future. You may become a writer. They're saying write down your ideas and your thoughts. Let me get that one more time. Consistently writing about your feelings and activities stirs creative ideas and builds your confidence as a writer. So I saw an episode of Locked Up Abroad where this woman, she's fabulous. It's called The Dame of Cocaine. She was so fabulous. But anyway, she ended up, when she was in prison, she got locked up because she was the dame of cocaine. She was that one. She was the one. Anyway, she ended up getting busted, and while she was in prison, at one point she decides she was just journaling, she was writing in her, like a diary of sorts, just writing, and then a few pages turned into, she said, 800 pages, and she ended up, creating a book, and it became very successful for her in is she not Australia? She is Germany. And she ended up becoming, a successful writer. So out of struggle, out of a mistake, came this positive thing. She was able to, write about her everything that she had did and went through, and it ended up becoming a successful thing. So for some of you guys, if you are, I don't know, you're on your journey at the end of the day, write down your thoughts. God, this day was crazy. This happened, that happened. And one day, you might look at it and go, boy, this is really something, like maybe your life is book worthy. In which case, do that. The universe is saying, hey, you got a lot of skills in you, and a writer may just be one of them. Okay, follow your intuition. Like Deacon said, follow your intuition and look for the signs. Let the universe guide you, show you. Whatever they say, you do. Okay? You're going to love it. God, you're going to love it. I love spirituality. I love the messages. I love how they communicate. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You guys are going to love it. So you're taking that word less traveled, and you're about to have the journey of a lifetime, and write it down. Keep a journal, because you might end up like the dame of cocaine, and you'll have a book, and it'll become successful, and everybody will be going, wow, that's amazing. That happened, and this happened, and you did this, and you met that, and that did what, and the whole nine. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this right there, because I'll be going on and on. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Nothing would make me happier to let you guys know you are about to have the journey of a lifetime. It's beautiful. No matter what your journey is, everybody's journey is going to be different. Okay, young mothers, hang in there. I know it's hard. Hang in there. Okay. Right. Maybe you'll be the mom whose child ends up becoming a success, and you can write a book and talk about the struggles that you had to make this child the amazing person that they are, and at the back of the book it'll be a picture of you and your successful child, and this is dedicated to my son blah blah blah, or my daughter blah blah blah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. For the rest of you guys, y'all got something else going on, and go with it. If you don't know yet, the universe is about to pay attention to your dreams. They're about to give you it, and just go with the flow. Go with the flow. And be a little lighthearted. It's okay to laugh or to joke or to, have a little fun. Let your inner child take the wheel for a minute. Um, but anyway, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I guess I will see you next time on the next video. Y'all have a great evening. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.